let's actually do 4Ks since I only have two of them. First up, we have one of my favorite films of the year, and that is VFW, the Joe Begos movie. Begos impressed me last year with Bliss, and now he did VFW, which was pretty good. It was pretty damn good. It's very reminiscent of a Carpenter film, particularly Assault on Precinct 13. You have a great cast in here. You have William Sadler as well as Fred the Hammer Williamson, and you got a bunch of people. It's Fangoria Presents, which is pretty cool. The lead is completely escaping me. Oh, George Wendt is in here as well. And yeah, it's real. Oh, Stephen Lang. It's on the cover. I'm an idiot. Got the 4K here. Have not popped it in yet, but I have watched this earlier in the year. Then we have, I've been wanting to pick this up since it dropped on 4K, and I just really like this movie visually, so I'm sure it's stunning on 4K, but that is Annihilation. This movie, honestly, when I think back to, 2019, or I think it was 18 actually, 2018, this was definitely one that I think back and I'm like, yeah, that was definitely a contender for my list. It didn't make my list, but that was a really good year. But this movie is like one that sticks with me, so I wanted to own it to revisit it at some point. It was pretty fun, man. I remember really digging it. All right, Blu-ray time. First up, Dollar Tree pickup, Beyond Skyline. I've never even seen Skyline, but at first I thought this was, because this looks really bad on the cover, I thought this, and it might actually be. I thought this was a sequel to Skyline, but then I thought, is this one of those like mockbuster movies, like, Transmorphers, or Paranormal Entity, which is actually pretty good, or one of those like Asylum films, but it doesn't say Asylum on here, so it actually might be a sequel to Skyline, but it just looks horrible, so I don't know. After that, another Dollar Tree pickup, Kill Katie Malone. For some reason, the name of this movie like sticks out in my head. Like I remember hearing like Kill Katie Malone. I don't know what year it came out, but I feel like 2011. I feel like it was like in the theater or something. I don't know. But this cover, I mean, it does not do the movie justice. Well, I don't know if it does. I haven't seen the movie, but it does not do the movie any favors, is what I'm saying, because this looks horrible. It looks like a ghostly. Like, I don't want to see this. But it was $1. I'm crazy. This is one I actually did want to see for a while. And everybody was picking this up at their Dollar Tree, and I was like, man, why can't I ever find this? Finally found a copy. Actually, I found 2 copies. I got one for another person. And that is The Gallows. This was a Blumhouse film, and it was when it was being released, I was like, oh, that looks generic, but I like found footage, and a lot of times the generic ones actually are effective for me. Found footage definitely is like the easiest genre to scare me. In fact, I just watched a found footage film that was fantastic. It's called The Host on Shudder, and cheap, basic, but very effective. And hoping The Gallows is the same. I've heard mixed things, but I've heard good things from people that I trust, so I kind of am banking on them being right. And then we have Dark Was the Night. Now, I thought this was another film called, like, Dark Was the Night, or The Dark Was the Night, but it's not. I own a film called, like, Dark Something Night. Not The Dark Knight, but, Dark. It Comes at the Dark, or something. I don't know what it is, but I thought it was the same film. But I don't think it is. I think this is a different film. But, yeah. Yep. I don't even know if it's horror. It should be, if it's called that, but I don't think it is. It might be. This one, it was a Magnet film, and I trust those guys. They do some stuff. It's, it looks like a gangster film, but, it was $1. This was actually the first trip I went to the Dollar Tree where they had like 3 things, and I was like, I'll take anything. But it is Outrage. I'm sure it's good. The Magnet has put out some good, foreign non-horror stuff, so it could be solid, but it's outrage. Don't know when I'll ever watch it. This is actually not a Dollar Tree pickup. This is a screener that I just got. We're actually going to be doing this on His and Hers Movie Podcast next. It's called Dead Dicks. And it sounds pretty interesting. It's from Canada, and it's about a dude who's suicidal, and he decides to finally kill himself, and then he wakes up, and he's in his apartment alive, but he has a dead body of himself there. And every time he kills himself, there's another one of him, which sounds pretty funny? Funny? Yeah. Sounds funny. Funny how? I don't know. This was a Dollar Tree pickup. Playback. I don't know. Looks like a ghostly sort of thing. But, you know. Oh, that's magnet as well. Maybe it's better than that then. This is one I've been wanting to see forever. I heard this is pretty good. Quentin Tarantino says it's the best film of the year. And that is, you know, pretty high praise. Now, again, Dollar Tree got the gems sometimes, and this is on Blu-ray too, which is better for me. Big Bad Wolves. I heard this is pretty solid, so really interested to finally check this out. It came out years ago, and I heard praise for it, but I never got around to it. Also a Dollar Tree pickup, RoboCop. I don't own a single one of them. This is the remake. I've always kind of wanted to see it. I've only seen the first RoboCop. I've decided to give it a shot. I saw this in the theater when it came out. I really liked it, but it was $1. I don't know. I like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and this is that animated one they did, which I thought was pretty cool. It was a pretty cool movie. Then these are, I think that there might be more Dollar Tree ones, but I think that might be it for now. We got Big Trouble in Little China. Walmart had some Blu-rays, Scream Factories, and I was like, yo, that's really cool. I went to like 6 Walmarts before I got everything that I wanted. But Big Trouble in Little China, John Carpenter film, not one of my favorites, but definitely not one of my least favorites either. Like, it's right there in the middle, and that's not to say I don't like it. It's really solid. Always reminded me of like a video game. Like, it felt like it was it felt like it could have been based on a video game or something. But really fun. And that cover looks like an old Nintendo cover, doesn't it? Pretty cool. These films, I've never really cared for these too much, but I decided it's been a while since I've watched them, so I figured I would give it another try. Also, Shout Factory, and that's Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, which there's a third one coming out, so figured, what the hell. These, funny enough, whenever I was looking for these titles on Amazon back in July, or actually in June, and the one title was like heavily out of print, and I was like pissed, because I was like, man, why did that go out of print? Such a popular movie series, and shortly enough, like right after that, it went back in print after I was complaining. And that is Jaws 2, Jaws 3, and Jaws the Revenge. So I picked up all the Jaws films, and Jaws 2 was the one that went out of print briefly. I was like, you know what? I remember when these came out and they were $10 each at Walmart, and I just never bought them. And I was like wanting to do a Jaws marathon for the 4th of July because I had just gotten in my Jaws 4K. And I was like, I haven't seen the sequels in a while. Maybe I'll give those a shot too. So I went to go pick them up on Blu-ray because I do own them on DVD, but anytime I want to watch something again, I'm like, okay, well, it's time to upgrade the format if it's cheap, and they were usually between like $7 and $10, so I figured, I'll finally get them. And this one, Jaws 2, was like $40 or something, but before even July 4th, it was like June 30th or something, Jaws 2 came back in print. Unfortunately, these didn't get here until after the 4th of July, so I'm going to save them for our Shark Week that me and Carly's doing. We're going to watch all 4 of them, so that's coming up in a week or two. So, yeah, Jaws 2, 3, and 4. I'm not a huge fan of 3 and 4. I think they're pretty bad, but Jaws 2 I like. Another Scream Factory from Walmart. We got John Carpenter's Starman. They also had Assault on Precinct 13, or Escape from New York, but I already own that one. Starman, I actually know very little about it, and I've never seen this one. It's one of the few John Carpenter films I still haven't seen. Alright, next up, I actually rejoined the Disney Movie Club. So, I, did the thing where you sign up and you pick, 5 titles, I think. It comes with a free blanket, and the deal that I got this time was free shipping for the entire club duration. And I've noticed that Disney is starting to get like Fox stuff because they bought Fox, so that's pretty cool. They might have some stuff I'm interested in eventually. But primarily I got these mostly for my niece, who I am building a collection for when she's old enough. She's like 4 now, almost getting there, but I still don't think she'll be able to take care of them, so I don't want them to be destroyed. So, still building a collection. I've watched a couple of the ones that I've got her. Probably got like close to 20 now of Disney titles, and I've watched a couple of them. Very nostalgic, pretty cool, but there's a lot that I still haven't watched. But I'm building her a little bit of a collection. Now, the first 3 here, kind of got for myself a little bit too. Like, I want to watch them, so first up, we have D2 The Mighty Ducks. The last time I joined the club, I grabbed the first Mighty Ducks. So I figured I had to grab Mighty Ducks 2, and that is a Disney Club exclusive. And of course, Mighty Ducks 3, you got to complete the trilogy. And I heard they're working on a TV series for the Mighty Ducks. So with Emilio Estevez returning. So I'm definitely down to check that out. And the third one that I got for myself here is Wizard of Oz, or Return to Oz. And this will probably actually end up in my collection because this is like kind of horror. But yeah, I figured the only way you can get this on Blu-ray is from the club, so I took the opportunity to actually grab it while I re-signed back up. But yeah, this is very dark and creepy, pretty fun. We watched it for our top 10 of 1985 preparation, and this was actually a favorite Disney film of mine, and that is The Fox and the Hound. I used to love this growing up, and it actually comes with The Fox and the Hound too, so never seen that one, but yeah, The Fox and the Hound. Then we got a loose disc. I'm gonna have to fix that. We got Pocahontas and Pocahontas 2. I remember Pocahontas when I was a kid. I saw that one. I think it came out in like the mid-90s or so, so I think I might have even saw it in the theater. I'm not sure. But Pocahontas 2 I've never seen. But I figure she probably likes the princessy ones a little bit better. Now this is probably my favorite, or second favorite Disney film, and that is Aladdin. This is the signature collection version. Yeah, Aladdin. Good stuff. You can't go wrong with Aladdin. And then I figured, what the hell not. We got Aladdin, King of Thieves, and The Return of Jafar. The 2 sequels, direct-to-video sequels that suck. At least I thought they did when I was a kid. I don't know. I haven't seen them in a long time. After that, we have the final Scream Factory that I was waiting for in my order, and that is Body Parts. Pretty fun. I watched it. It was good stuff. It was the ending was like really bizarre and cool, but I dug it a lot. After that, I did a 4 for 44 from Warner Archive, like I always do, and the titles are getting slim. I pretty much own most of the horror titles that I want. There's a handful that I will take eventually, will get when I run out of stuff to get, but these are... I'm getting close to having like every horror title that Warner Archive has put out on Blu-ray. Innocent Blood, didn't have that one, don't know much about it. This one I was really excited to grab, and that is Mystery of the Wax Museum. Pretty cool stuff there. Very interested in checking that one out. Then we have The Hunger, which I heard this one's pretty good. Susan Sarandon. And then Two on a Guillotine, which I know nothing about, but it's called Two on a Guillotine, so pretty cool. Geostorm. I remember this movie bombing so bad. That's all I kind of know about it. And then we got Addams Family Values and the Addams Family. I watched the Addams Family. It was pretty fun. It was a lot funner than I actually don't think I ever seen that one. I think I seen the sequel. But it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. Then we have Cobra, which is a Stallone film. Also a Scream Factory. This was one of the ones I was hunting for. And then we have Firestarter, which is actually a Stephen King film I've never seen. So pretty interested to finally grab that. And again, these were at Walmart for like $10 or something, $12. Couldn't pass it up. Scream Factories. And finally, the pickup of the month. That is the Fly collection from Scream Factory. $40. Couldn't pass it up. You have all of the 5 Fly films. You have The Fly, the 50s Fly, The Return of the Fly, The Curse of the Fly, the Cronenberg Fly, and then The Fly 2, which is a little underrated. A lot of fun. Gore fest. But yeah, you got this, nice box set from Scream Factory. Had to grab it. So with that said, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you guys next time with another one. Peace out.